Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Monociv Cup. Players pick one civilization and cannot change for the entire tournament. The way this works, the bottom seed gets the very first pick of the litter. They can take any civ that they want, and the one that they pick, no one else can have it. And then the second from bottom seed gets to pick afterwards, and then the third from the bottom, and as each civ is picked, no one else can have it, and this goes on, and eventually the top seed will get to pick last, and in theory, a bunch of civs will be gone, and then they get the worst civ, in theory, on paper. But yeah, more details below. We streamed the first half of this tournament yesterday, and we will be going live today with the second half.
The game was even. Game one was close. It just came down to a few small things, as it often does at the high level. Yet again, we have Slavs and Franks for Stark and Lix. Stark is in the blue. He's in the northwest of the map this time, and Lix is in the south. Hill nothing at Lix's base. Wow,
yeah,
that's a lot of elevation.
That's a really tricky looking map there. Like the left-hand side looks beautiful, right? You've got all these wood lines, such easy walls. And then you go to the right-hand side and you're like, am I climbing a mountain to get out of my base? Like,
yeah,
are these mountain balls or something?
The worst thing is that he can't TC his golds.
Main
gold, can't TC any of the extra golds. You might be able to TC that hill where the sheep is right now, but
yeah, just the top in between the wood and the back gold. Maybe you could fit one there.
I mean, Stark has similar problems though.
He has the benefit though. He can like TC the front of his main gold next to the wood line. That kind of works out. But
it's not too bad. Like I become really critical of maps when one player has a map like Lix and then the other player has flat ground. But if it's even, there's just a lot of elevation next to their golds, and they'll have to deal with it. So
yeah,
it's not bad.
It's balanced in the way of they're both sort of screwed in TC positions. So it works out.
Yeah, it's balanced that they're screwed. Perfect.
Yeah,
great way of saying it. Well, in the first game, Lix went scouts. We expected that from Stark. Instead, he went defensive spears and full walls. I think the core problem for him in game one, and this is probably an issue for him as a player all around, is he gives up too much map control. So I would like to see some scouts for him to try and combat the Franks, even though he'll be fighting at a disadvantage at the start of Feudal. That way, Lix doesn't take control of the map, take control of those hills, and deny him resources.
Okay, and we're seeing a re coming out for Lix. Oh. He does not like these hills. Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't disagree.
I don't either. They had until, what, the 4th minute to call restart?
That's it.
I think it's a mistake to call it at 3:35. Wait until the 4th minute, just in case.
Yeah, right. 3:59, you say it just in case. Exactly.
Yep. Yeah, because I've seen instances where both players should call a re, and this might be one. Both players were probably thinking about it, but one person called it at 3:30, so they're down a restart. But it's just a best of 3. It's not a big deal.
That's it. Do you want to know the results from the other game that's happening, from Chart and Jibbertong?
Sure. I heard the games were good. I figured the Mezzo games would be entertaining.
Yep. I've just been updated that Chart managed to win the first game, so he is up 1-0 against Jibbertong with the Aztecs.
Nice. Okay.
I feel like
probably lots of eagles in that game.
Lots of eagles, maybe some plumes as well. I feel like the mines, generally, I prefer them over Aztecs. Simply because if you have a good map and you're able to wall and get to plumes, you sort of just instant win the late game if they don't get onagers.
But it's very map dependent. I think that's a concern. Basically, if you can't full wall your base and get the stone, which is not easy to do in Arabia, you're in trouble versus Aztecs.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
For a while I always felt the same, but after seeing some Mezzo matchups and after listening to some pros input on that, I would slightly prefer Aztecs, but it's very, very close.
Like Aztecs, I think, can do that early aggression a whole lot better. But, if both players have really safe maps, for instance, then I feel like Mayans are favored. So it's like, what map do you think is more likely to happen?
Yeah.
Do you bank on having a good map or bank on having a bad map? Is sort of the question.
All right, so I went into your chat and I was giving one of my moderators shit for being in your chat.
And then the caster command pops up and you're not even listed. Feels bad, man.
Oh, man. I don't think we have a caster command here either. But this is Robo, guys. He's streaming on Escape right now. And Stark versus Lix yet again. Let's look at the maps. Now Stark is in a crater. So it's a good thing he has a restart, but I guess Lix's base isn't very good either.
Oh no, his isn't a crater, but it's just incredibly open, right? There's no way he's really going to get easy walls up on this if Stark decides to play, any aggression whatsoever. So no, basically, if he doesn't decide to just wall at home and make some defensive spears.
Yeah.
Anything more than that and he'll be fine. I think the nice thing, though, for Stark, like, his main gold, like, look at how safe that is, snug, hidden behind these two forests.
Mm-hmm. I think he's going to call Re. He's down a game, right? It's best of 3, so if he loses this, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
He's surrounded by hills. His second and third gold are in rough positions. I think he would be dumb to not call Re here.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know, it depends on like, how confident he is. Like, if he sees, how safe the back gold is, and if he thinks, maybe I can deal with this, I'd prefer to save the Re for the final game. But if he's not confident,
it's possible.
If he's not confident, then I think, yeah, you definitely want to call it.
Yeah. The other thing that's rough is his berries are forward as well. So losing your berries in early feudal can really hurt your scout rush.
That's true, but I feel like he can wall that left side of his base pretty easily, right? Like the forest to the far left to the forest just in front of the berries.
That's true.
That's a pretty easy wall. Here's the back stone, back gold. It's, not the end of the world.
Normally, I'm the one trying to find like positive things. Like I never want to be the one to guess Re, but for whatever reason, I decided to go with it. It's great to hear. It's great to hear you say the things that I would normally say.
Well, I've watched so many of your streams. I know that there's something missing that I need to fill that gap.
Yeah.
Because I can't fill Dave's role. I can't make fun of you endlessly. That's reserved for Dave. So.
I mean, you can. It's
not the same.
Dave's is really good at it.
Yeah. It wouldn't work out the same.
Yeah.
Can't compare myself to Dave. But.
So Stark researched Loom early, which is not a great thing for pros, and he's not going to call it. What?
He also did Loom early last game as well. So maybe he's feeling there's a little bit of lag. He's not too sure on his ballers. I think like the second ball, he probably would need Loom if he doesn't have a blocking sheep or scout. Because that's pretty far away. He has to go uphill and then downhill. There's some straggler trees in the way.
All right. Well, I apologize for not putting my all into casting this so far because I thought there would be a Re.
It's okay.
This game will be played. Stark will need some feudal age aggression though, right? In the previous game,
I think he definitely does. Definitely does.
He can't go spear defense on this map.
I feel like Man-at-Arms should be an option for Slavs. Like, you don't really want to do like that straight-up scout fight if you've got a bad map. So, Man-at-Arms?
I think the concern with going Man-at-Arms... Oh, Dave, sorry, Robo.
Nope, that's not me.
Is he going to be late with his boar as well?
Oh, yeah, he is. Look at that. Look at that pathing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, way late. The boar just finished. And also, he ran into the TC. Oh, the scout. 3 HP and a dream.
Oh, my God. This is...
Not good. Not good at all.
Called a restart, man.
Oh, yeah. I agree with you now, for sure. But look at these huge walls he's doing.
Oh, my God, Stark. Make it stop. Look at these walls. This is Stark written all over it. My goodness.
Yeah. He's just... doesn't care at all. Maybe he just hasn't scouted enough of Lix's base. Yeah,
well, he can't now because
he doesn't want to go anywhere near that. But he's seen 2 of the golds, but none of the woodlines. I guess he can kind of guess.
How did he even make? You know what? When the boar went back, that was probably when his scout was running towards the TC.
Yeah, coming down that hill. He's busy microing that villager.
Yeah, because he should have seen them. He had a lot of things to give him a heads up. He saw the mill, he saw the house, the deer even.
Well, first of all, he saw the gold, and then he was walking up and then down a hill.
Yeah.
And then the mill and the 2 houses, for sure. He should have seen it. But, it's easy for us to criticize that when we're not luring a really bad ball like that.
Yeah. But what we can do is criticize the fact that he had a restart, and he could have called it.
Yep,
but
we can criticize that.
Full walls. I guess Stark will go up on 22 pop. This is looking like another defensive start for him.
I think he's going to go more than that. He's queuing more villas. He's got 23 pop coming
2
in.
farms as well. Will he fast castle?
I don't want to say yes because I have.
Me either.
I'm getting triggered just thinking about it. But there's another villager. He's going to build a second lumber camp. The scout is in. That's maybe a problem. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But straight FC.
I think he'll go up here because straight FC is too risky.
Yeah, there you go.
But he's gone up with a lot of vills. So I guess he'll just play tower and spear defense. Lix might see this many walls.
Oh, yeah. There's vills coming.
Might be tempted to come forward.
There's vills coming forwards.
Yeah.
Instantly. As soon as that scout came in here.
Well, I think the risk of going straight Fest Castle is that your opponent will come forward and tower you, and you can't build defensive towers.
Exactly.
But if you do what Stark is doing here, you have a few more vills working for you in Dark Age, and then you get to feudal in time to build your own defensive towers. So it's actually well calculated. There was a game recently. I don't want to completely spoil what happened yet because I haven't uploaded it. No, I uploaded to YouTube yesterday, but it was Yo and Tato in the Who is Number 2 final.
Oh.
And Tato did a similar thing where he went up on 24 pop so he could build defensive towers. Watch, by the time Lix arrives, as long as Stark sees this, Stark could always tower.
Will he see it? That's okay. He's definitely gonna see that. It's right next to that house. Like that's the thing. I don't like those towers where you make it touching walls, which just tells your enemy, "Hey, I'm towering you here." Right? Like if you go back one tile, does it really make that much of a difference if it gives you secrecy?
I think it depends on the situation. Here, you want it to be more sneaky, but in many situations, I'd say with Man-at-Arms specifically, then your goal is to keep them from walling behind, and you want to break through. So
True. But here we see all the vills coming over here to build this defensive tower because he knows he has to defend this side of his base. Yep. That's where his stone is.
That house will still go down, though.
Yeah, it'll go down pretty quickly, but I don't think it'll be enough to get through. Yeah, like, he might be able to kill it, but then, you know, what happens once you're in his base? There's still the tower, there's still these defensive spearmen. It might be a little bit too all-in if you went for that.
Stark does not have 400 food from those berries. That is a huge tower. And Lix has all of his berries with the forage bonus.
Oh, yeah, that does hurt. And you did point that out right at the start. You knew it was going to happen. I don't like this tower, though, from Lix. Like, right behind the barracks. You're not really going to break in next to the barracks because it's too easy to wall off on either side. Yeah. It doesn't really deny many farms. Maybe one farm at most at the moment.
I think it's a tower that sets up the next tower more than anything. But, man, if you just compare the resources that Lix has had versus Stark, it's crazy. Stark doesn't have 400 food from berries. He hasn't had any of his deer. But Lix has had all of his deer, and he has all of his berries remaining. And he's been untouched and unharassed.
And his berries, you know, they're nearly finished thanks to the Frank's bonus. Right, there's only like 100 food left in all of them.
Yep. Well, it's all about towering farm space.
But
that's what Lix should go for. And I would love to see Lix be annoying with his scout.
I don't think it's worth it that close to the TC, though. Right, you don't want to dive in there try to deny this tower that's coming up.
Yeah, I would say... Well, you know what? What the tower player will do is finish theirs, or try and finish theirs, garrison, and then run. And Stark realized that. Stark was about to wall him in.
Tried to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, just build another tower on the right now. Delete that. Build another tower on the right. Take the farm space. Look at the resource difference. 500 food in the bank for Lix. Stark hasn't had a lick of map control.
It's something to remember, you know, Lix just never built a stable. Right? He never even bothered going into scouts. It's just the barracks because, you know, he was already building barracks and then make some spears and come forwards.
Yeah.
That's it. Just constantly getting his eco rolling. He's starting to go to gold as well. So fastest transition up to Castle Age could be on the cards soon. And Stark?
I haven't been convinced with Stark, man. He's... You know what? Stylistically, it's tough for him to face against Lix because Lix is normally the type of forward who goes forward and is type of player who goes forward and makes it messy. So
that's true, but at the same time, you know you're playing Lix, right? You've got a day's preparation where you know what your civ is, you know what their civ is. You've got time to, you know, think about what's the best thing to do. You know, maybe play some practice games with some people if you want to. But you know, I don't think that's, you know, something you can really use as an I'm not really going to say excuse, but like as a thing to say when you lose, right? Like, yes, he counters your style, but just play slightly differently to counter his style, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Or use your restarts.
Forward. What was that? Sorry?
Or use your restarts.
Yeah.
That works too.
Lix is the type of player who goes forward and Stark full walled every game and said, "Hey, come at me." So.
Yeah, right.
It's really not a good mix. It maybe make scouts in the first game, try and counter, and here call restart so you don't fall so.
Or even
behind.
just like Man-at-Arms is like the natural counter to forwards, right? Just and Slavs, they've got a pretty good Man-at-Arm rush. You know, you make a couple of farms in transition that starts to use the Slav bonus to keep you going, get up pretty quickly. You can even switch into scouts afterwards if you wanted to. Like, you've got options, but just walling, you very quickly run out of options because you're stuck in a corner, right? And we're going to see Lix about to click up the castle.
Oh, there's this one farmer. She's on 4 HP, and she keeps going to the top of the farm. You see her?
Yeah, on the left-hand side.
This is one of the most infuriating things. Eventually, she's going to get sniped. It's just inevitable at this point.
Is she in range already, or was she injured beforehand?
She got hit a moment ago, so I'm going to... Normally, the vills go left to right in the farms, though. They don't go to that top corner, right?
There's like a... that's the corner that they go... Oh! No! Sniped.
Oh, man.
Sniped.
She didn't deserve that.
She was just trying to farm away, trying to do her job.
That was someone's wife, man. Sad times.
Brutal.
I love how like clean Lix has played all of this. Nice forward towers. He's even getting the deer on the front because why not?
And Stark is going on the left-hand side with the forward barracks. But, like, what's he really going to do? Like, pike siege rush?
You know, what's funny is if he made the pikes, if he tried to do the same thing he did in game 1 and made pike siege, Lix's towers would see the pikes, so Lix would know. So he's creating a whole separate barracks to hide this. Like, it's a good thought process, but at the same time, it's kind of bad he has to rebuild a whole barracks.
Oh, yeah. And Lix actually just ran past that area, and he must have missed the barracks with, like, 2 tiles line of sight. Unfortunate. He almost saw that forward, but there is the outpost in a decent position behind the wall. So he should be aware at some point that there's some shenanigans happening.
Yeah, he's looking for it, isn't he?
Yeah, he knows, you know, he's got to do something. He can't just stay behind his walls and boom. Like, I've seen his map. There's nowhere he can place GCs.
I wonder, we're going to see a castle from Lix. He hasn't built a stable yet.
Oh, but on the left-hand side, he can see it. It's there. Where is this one villager going, though?
He's building an outpost. He wants to surround Stark so he knows what Stark's every move is. And he's castling the hill. That's great.
And getting Bodkin Arrow as well. So those towers, they're now going to start hitting extra farmers that previously they could not range. And this on the left-hand side, you know, there's a couple of spearmen, but enough wood for a siege workshop. But that's a slow push that he's going to do. And in that time, you know, these towers are going to keep dealing damage. Spears, trying to deny this castle. I don't think that's really on the cards, right? Spearman versus Vills with a tower there as well.
Yeah, not going to happen. No upgrades. The castle will eventually go... Well, it'll go up if Stark doesn't get anything else there. He's sending a scout right now.
Oh, he made a new scout. That means he's got a stable at home.
Yeah, stable at home. He'll snipe one Vill. Maybe 2. He should get 2 at least.
He should get 2, but I don't think it's enough to deny the castle. Yeah, he's walling in the Vills and it's going to be fine.
So... the castle's going to go... Oh, nice quick walls. The castle is going to complete. The only vulnerable area for Lix right now is the left of his base. He sees the spearmen. He sees the Vills. So he's expecting mangonels. He's expecting pikes. And so guard tower is a good approach. But I still think it's kind of risky to not have that hill at the moment. But oh my god, do you see the walls on the left of the stone? That's amazing. The lames.
Oh yeah, balling in that gold.
Yeah.
Ouch. He wasn't going to take that anytime soon, but now he's definitely not taking it anytime soon.
Lix lost a spearman he was scouting with north of the map. F.
Oh, T90 woos in the chat.
So, what do you do here? Guard tower, Bodkin Arrow, defensive monks? Like, the forward castle doesn't do much for Lix right now. As the game goes on, that's less gold for Stark, but he really needs something more at home.
I feel like maybe just staying 1 TC, trying to like play a semi-fast imp might have been a play. Get Trebs out really fast, start pushing in with, you know, throwing axemen, Trebs, pikemen, stuff like that. Instead, he's sort of doing like a little bit of everything, right? He's booming a little bit with 2 TCs, but he's also got the forward castle and all these towers and monastery and stuff.
This is good harassment from Stark, man. Right. Oh my god, but the scout! The scout from Lix! It sniped 1 monk!
Oh, is he going to get another one? Oh, no.
Oh my god, what a play.
That is huge.
That was sick.
And in Lix's base, I think he's going to convert a knight as well. Oh, no. The knight managed to get down the monk.
He'll kill it now, but unfortunate to lose his monk.
Wow, that is that scout has earned his pay for the day.
Look at this army. This counterattack from Stark. 4 spears and a mango.
Oh, and too. Is he going to kill all of his spearmen with the mangonel, though? Nope.
No, he attacked the mill instead.
Yeah, he consciously said, okay, don't attack my spearmen. I want them alive.
This is kind of working for Stark, I'm not going to lie. I mean, he doesn't have a huge Vill lead.
It's even an attack rounding these Vills as they run away from the wood line.
This is good, man. It's such a pathetic army, but it's pathetic for both of them.
I think like one defensive Mangonel for Lix could just roll in there and just clean everything up, right?
What is this game? It's because Lix invested so much forward. If he built a defensive castle and just kept the towers as guard towers, he would have been fine. But the forward castle has accomplished nothing for him. He can't kill a weak Mangonel and 4 Spearmen. This is unreal.
The Spearmen have forging.
TC from Stark, Robo. He had all those issues with new TCs and finding wood lines.
Easy.
He's just placing the TC forward now.
Oh, but the Mangonel's going down to a Spearman. Oh, no.
No way!
The other pointy boys, they're just standing there watching. 2 HP. And it's down.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
This is ridiculous.
Stark not paying attention, and now they're going to get flattened by Mangonel.
Their ecos are both so stretched. They've both done so much. Stark had to build an additional barracks and Mangonels and monks, which he lost, and oh my god. Well, after all of that, it is 52 villagers for Lix and 48 for Stark. This is where both of them have a little bit of a break with their ecos, so their ecos will actually bring in resources and we can see more. But I like Stark's position with the hill on the left, and I think with a few monks and Mangonels, he could harass Lix. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, and like he's just moving around the front, trying to see what he can get to, but I'm not sure what damage he can actually do at the moment. Like, one Mangonel is not enough versus guard towers with villagers inside it, right?
Yeah. I think you need 4 Mangonels, don't you?
Something like that, or you need your own forward villagers to repair them, or, you know, something like that to support it.
Yeah, the guard tower was a good tech, but my point is, he could have built a castle at home and kept the guard towers up on the front, and he would still deny the amount of resources.
Like a castle like in between his main gold and this gold where Stark is standing now, right? That would be pretty good. It secures some wood lines, some gold.
Oh, that Mangonel shot was huge for Lix.
That was big. Taking down everything with that Mangonel. Redemption, though, is he gonna... He converts the Mangonel, he gets it, and then it gets instantly Vilbashed.
Yeah, well... The Mangonel will do some damage before it goes down, won't it?
It will, but it is definitely going down.
Yeah.
But this TC off the far right, though, for Lix on that extra gold.
Ooh.
Never going to be found by Stark, right? Why would he go out there?
That is such a Lix TC. Oh my god.
It's like, let's find some resources in the far corner of the map.
Yeah.
By the way, there's a forward castle coming up from Stark that we didn't really notice next to his TC.
Oh, wow, nice.
Denies the wood line, the stone, the gold. We'll take down,
That's smart.
I think, both the guard towers, possibly? Or maybe just one guard tower.
Smart. That will take... There's 2 golds there for him and a stone. Lix will lose as many resources as Stark is denied because of the castle and the walls. Robo, this is shaping up to be an insane game.
It is, for sure. And Stark trying to make another push in on the right, but Lix instantly dropping down the guard tower. I think it's going to come up. I can't click on it. I can't see the build percentage, but... Oh,
yeah,
Mangonel, maybe.
A little bit of micro, it's fine.
Shoot.
Stark needs to go back.
Yeah, it doesn't even kill a single villager. Unfortunate. Loses a monk as well for his troubles.
But 72 vills for Stark. He harassed on the left, killed 2 vills.
Yep, and these knights are continuing to just run around on the front. Not really killing anything, just causing a lot of idle time for Lix here. Look at, like...
Also, Lix's forward Mangonel, dead.
Oh, I didn't even see that forward Mangonel, but yeah. 2 towers there, one of them fully garrisoned. Stark needs to repair... Oh, no, that tower's dead.
Sorry, not Dave, Robo.
Again.
Yeah, that's going to be a mistake I make a lot. Look at this monk from Lix. Just stealing this relic real quick.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
Where did he come from?
I don't know how he got there. That's the thing, man. It's crazy. Lix is snagging all the resources.
Interesting. He's playing pretty sneaky, but look at this, though. Stark nearly got the resources to go up to Imperial Age. He's going to have Trebs from that forward castle. I'm not sure what he's going to make otherwise. I would assume probably pikes, I guess. Pikes and Trebs. Maybe some monks as well.
This is what I expect. I expect him to buy stone eventually, build a castle at home, Treb Lix back so he can get his res, and then also Treb on the front. But he won't have a lot else at this point. Like, I know he's Slavs, but that's pretty much everything he'll do. Lix has made forward stables, and he's making knights and axemen, so a bit of an all-in and aggressive castle.
He's seen the TC on the left-hand side from Stark, and I think he's thinking, you know, if I can get over there, take down that TC, kill those vills, that's going to hurt his, you know, economic advancement that he's trying to do here.
But at the same time, I don't think Lix can stop trebuchets. Not unless he gets enough knights.
A lot of knights is what he's going to need. And look at these, though. 2 throwing axemen destroying this battering ram. Like, those 2 throwing axemen basically just walked up to it, and it's down to 15 HP in, like, 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's with no upgrades as well. And the knight gets converted, the axemen's there. Yeah, so that gold will continue to be denied. But I think that Stark could push Lix and take his gold there.
Look at the right-hand side. Stark's building a TC next to Lix's TC on the right. They're just like corner buddies. Hey, let's just go over.
Now he's sending the monks, 3 spearmen and Mangonel army over to Lix's TC to attack that.
Yeah, he tried to build a TC on that gold. He's like, why can't I build a TC here?
Yeah.
I know what's happened.
I mean, we laugh because it's different, but it's brilliant from both of them because they're both down resources. So it might be silly because there's no structure to it, but it's amazing recognition from both to realize they need resources. And Lix is going to have a real problem if he can't save these 2 gold.
Oh, but he's diving.
His TCs are going to be trapped
He's
down.
diving into Stark's base with a bunch of knights with +2 armor. These wood lines.
This is the time.
Yep. Just as he hits the MPS are idle, you know, 15 villages right now off his wood line. Basically, all of his wood vills are idle at the moment. 30 vills almost. Running around, these farmers are going to go idle. He's going to lose vills all over the place.
Oh, and if the knights have chain barding, which they do, Robo.
Yep, they're so tanky.
Kill vills underneath TCs, no problem. This is perfect timing from Lix. Right when Stark was most vulnerable. Stark was trying to build more barracks for spears, but he doesn't have anything yet.
He's got nothing at all. And another TC coming up from Stark on the forward goal near Lix's base as well, by the way. You're killing my vills, no worries. I'll just make more. And to be fair,
1,400
I was going to say, he's got so much food, he can just easily replace it. And we're even seeing some bowyards coming out to counter the knights. Not a unit you see very often.
They have 4 melee armor.
Yeah, they're pretty good against knights, but not like 2 versus 6.
Yeah, for sure. But with a monk, and the fact that the knights are quite weak, maybe he can clean this up. Keep in mind, Lix has not clicked up to Imp yet, so...
Lix does have 30 more villages, though. 35 more villages now. Yeah. He's done a pretty good job for himself. And, by the way, on the right-hand side, Lix is killing a Mangonel with 1 vill, while there's pikes and monks standing right next to it.
Oh, my God.
She just walked over there, killed it, and then she's going to go back to work.
See... That woman needs a raise.
Okay?
Yeah. That woman, she needs a raise. She did not sign up. That was not the job description. But the left side, Lix's all-in has gotten a lot of map control back.
Oh, yeah. He killed that TC that I was talking about out to the front for Stark. These knights, they're continuing to stream in.
Yeah.
There's Mangonels as well on the front.
Well, Stark has not gained an awful lot from hitting the Imperial Age. The only thing was the trebuchet, which he's making on the front. He's killed the TC, he'll kill the tower, and then maybe we'll kill those gold villagers. Yeah. But
he's killed 2 TCs.
He really needs to defend at home still, and that's becoming an issue. He's really pushed back.
He's building a forward castle. You're killing my base, so no worries. I'll just make a new eco in your base. But I don't think this castle's not going up though. There's knights, there's monks, there's guard towers, there's rams as well. Oh no.
Man, Lix's awareness has been incredible because if this castle went up, he would be in real trouble.
He might, right? He's still so far behind in villages. I don't think it would turn the game around. It would just give him a chance to maybe get back into it.
Stark, the way Stark would come back here is a solid defense at home and getting the forward castle up. Both things are going wrong for him now.
Yeah, these knights are killing so much. He's just constantly hemorrhaging away vills.
The only area that Stark isn't touched is next to that castle on the hill on the left, where he's TCing.
Another TC, yeah. You know, Stark is that sort of player where he's known for making 7 or 8 TCs and just going all over the map. He's half the villager count of Lix. Lix is almost ready to click Imp.
Yeah.
I don't think Stark's got it in him, to be honest.
Especially if the right side's spotted. If Lix realizes there's stuff over there, he could easily send knights and rams over, and Lix will click up. So he'll be an Imp as well soon.
And yeah, there's Halberdier for Stark. Nice, but doesn't really do anything when you've got literally no access to gold at the moment. other than, like a handful of villages in the back of your base that are going to die soon.
Yeah, a few minutes ago, Lix had 2 decisions. Option 1 was all in Castle Age. Option 2 was go to Imp as well, but give Stark resources. And he decided to go all in, and it's worked out really well for him. He has the resources now. He's also on the way to Imp. Stark just can't keep up with the pressure, man. He's the slower player. Lix is all over the place.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And there's another forward castle coming in from Stark on the left-hand side.
Dude, the fact that Lix doesn't have access to any extra stones, that's Stark's only chance. Because
Exactly.
if Stark were to get, if Lix were to get a castle up and make Trebs an Imp, he obviously has more eco, so I think he would win. But he can't afford a single castle, as Frank's.
He's only got the one forward castle, but sending Trebs from the front all the way back to your base, that's a lot of time, and they're not exactly well protected on that journey unless you bring your army back to defend it.
Yeah, but I think what we have to keep coming back to is Stark's eco is really, really bad.
Oh yeah, only 60 vills.
Maybe with 100 vills he could do that, but his eco is not only is it low vill numbers, but lots of idols, probably not on the right resources.
Well, he's got no access to gold except for this gold that he's just recently acquired from Lix.
Yeah.
Right. So he's not going to be able to afford much.
That's the MTC, dude. That is.
Oh really?
Lix's MTC.
Oh no. He should make it. There's so many vills there to repair.
Fine, yeah.
And there's only the one trebuchet. God, if that TC went down, I would possibly change my mind and say, okay, Stark, he's got a chance.
At least he realized. I've seen players not realize before, and now he's an Imp, yeah.
That was a little close. Oh no, he's found the eco on the right-hand side. Lix is all over it. There's like 5 Brams now. There's a bunch of Knights as well.
Yep.
Oh no. Throwing Axemen and more Knights.
Going to help with any halbs, so those vills would be dead. And Lix is making Cavalier. 160 pop for him. He dives in to kill. Stark's forward Treb. That's killed.
He's going to get the second Treb as well. Oh, no. If he notices.
Wow.
But look, on the right-hand side, Stark's just going to lose 20 villagers instantly when that TC goes down. Losing the Trebs as well. I think this game is over.
Yeah, I think so as well, man. And can't say it really had much to do with the civs, to be honest. I think Lix has outplayed Stark in some very close games.
For sure. Like, I think Lix could have done basically the exact same play as Slavs. Like, if the situation was reversed and Stark did the same thing, Lix would be just fine. Like, obviously he wouldn't make throwing axemen, but everything else is almost identical.
Yeah. I love the aggression from him. I love the denial of resources, and then when he lost his resources, he knew where to go. And he knew the all-in Castle Age would work for him. That's what gave him this lead. Feels like it's just a matter of time now. It will be difficult for him to kill Stark's forward castles without his own Trebs, so he's working on that.
Yeah, there's not really anything else to say, to be honest. And I think Lix has just bought himself another castle closer to home to defend one of his golds, to get some Trebs out. And now...
Someone said Stark's G key broke, so he can't call GG. FF, I guess.
Yep, FF. FF well played.
We'll see Trebs, we'll see Rams, we'll see Cavalier, we'll probably see Axeman. Lix can choose to do a lot of things, 100 more population.
Yeah, but he can do anything he wants in this game. There's nothing Stark can do to stop him anymore. There's just such a huge eco lead at the moment. He's got all the map control except for, that tiny little corner on the left.
He also has 3 relics. He did so much in this game. It's crazy.
And there it is. There is the GG.
I was very impressed with Lix. I need to pull up the brackets to see who Lix might face. I guess he'd face the winner of Chart and Jibbatong, right?
Yep, that's it. That's it, exactly.
Okay, and that set might still be going on, so we might hop into that, or what's left of it. But before we do, congratulations, Lix. We'll move on to the quarterfinals. That was a great performance. And I'll look to the achievements now, Robo. I imagine he has more of every resource except for stone.
Yeah, except for stone. He'd be ahead. Everything like that.
More food, more wood, way more gold, and less stone because he lost access to his stones. 169 kills. The map exploration was better. 93% of the map was explored. That was a beautiful, beautiful performance.